Cruz, Coletta, Baker, and Miller for Vianney, Craig, Bradford, Floresca, Hilton, and Harris to start for Webster. Harris, a very quiet first half. Floresca, because of fouls, Harris just really didn't look to shoot much. Skip it into the left corner to Craig. Bradford to Harris on the wing. Man-to-man Vianney defense to start this second half. Webster going left to right on your computer screen, and this is Tiny Bradford for a long three, and it rims out. Rebound, fought for, pulled down, out of bounds, and Webster. It belongs to Webster.
Stephen Harris very aggressive for the rebound there, forcing it off of, I believe it was Nick Miller, had it go off his hand and out of bounds.
You can see by the camera work by Joel Anderson, a great crowd here at Merrimack tonight for the first semifinal. Floresca at the left of the right block, skips it out on the left wing. Hilton wants to penetrate, gets it up, gets fouled, and will go shoot a couple. And the foul will belong to Zach Coletta.
I wonder if basketball coaches practice that. Walk! All like 5 of them at the same time, in unison. I think they have traveling practice or something like that.
Cam Hilton back to the free throw line, 11 first half points, and he hits it off the back iron. Hardwick will check back in. By the way, that was the third foul on Zach Coletta, and Zach will come take a seat.
2 foul statement.
And the next one by Cam Hilton is no good. Both of them were too strong. Cam needed to get out and work up a sweat first. He was too strong. And he gets the steal. Drives the lane and missed it. He was going to dunk it and lost it on the way up. And then Craig commits the foul.
Wow.
Hilton so quick, got the steal, and then was in between laying it in and dunking it and missed it.
Full court pressure here by Webster.
And I thought they called a foul on, there it is. Now they have put the foul up on Craig, his second.
Number 2 on him.
No score in this third quarter just yet. We played a minute. Vianney by 5, as you can see right there on your screen. Hardwick gets fouled by Hilton. And Cam has had a tough start to the second half. They both ended up on the deck. Hilton has come to the third quarter after a great first half, 11 points, missed 2 free throws and a dunk, and now has committed a foul.
Committed a foul, yeah. All in the first minute 10 of the second half.
Thomas loses the handle, out of bounds. Oh, and they're going to say it went off of Bradford's foot.
Wow.
And I think that may not be a good call.
He asked for help, and they say, no, that's black ball.
Well, this official right here would have had the best angle. Nobody from the other side of the floor could have seen it any better than he did. Thomas into the front court. Extending the defense is Webster. On the give and go, and Miller didn't go.
Gave, but no go.
Bradford into the left block to Floresca, to Bradford on the give and go, and he got fouled. Now Webster ran it perfectly. And Bradford will shoot a couple of free throws, and the foul will be on Cruz.
It's strangely reminiscent of the first half. Obviously, we're only a minute and a half in here, but people having trouble putting it in the basket here early in the second half.
Bradford makes
helps
the
us
free
out.
throw. 6 for Tiny. Just a 53% free throw shooter. Point guard's got to be better than that. And he got them both. 2 in the quarter, 7 in the game, and a 3-point deficit for Webster Groves. Thomas shoves him again.
Yeah,
shoves him again.
Oh, man. That time he
They're letting him get away with it. And up off the bench, Kevin Walsh is complaining about Bradford being on him.
Bradford did get whistled for the foul, and if I'm not mistaken, number 3 on him. So he could have called fouls both ways there.
Wow.
Ramey's going to come in for Bradford.
Ramey will replace him. Foul trouble has really plagued Webster in this semifinal game. Baker inbounds to Thomas. And he loses the handle. Floresca travels and throws it away. Thomas gets the loose ball. Well, it's been a little ragged to start this third quarter. Thomas being dogged.
Yep.
Now they're going to call Thomas for the push-up.
Yep. That's a makeup call, I think.
Well, listen, these guys are really in each other's, space. And so there's going to be flailing by both people. So we got a foul both ways in this last few seconds.
Help her, Jordan! Help her right!
Hilton on the left side. Straightaway Harris. Down low, Floresca has to gather it. Power move and lost it on the way up and got fouled. And Alex Floresca shut out in the first half.
I was going to say right before that possession by Webster, sooner or later, Floresca is going to exert himself in this game. He had 2 fouls early and sat out almost all of the first half. Scoreless up until now. He's going to be shooting a couple.
That foul was on Thomas trying to help out down low, his third, and Floresca gets on the scoreboard with a free throw. He will sit out with his 3 fouls. Cruz will take a breather. And they'll be replaced by Coletta and by Cartier-Gordon.
It'll be interesting to see if Gordon and Floresca are matched up.
Floresca got them both, and boy, the guys we were expecting to get a lot of points out of, Floresca, Harris, maybe even Cartier-Gordon, have been bit players in this game so far. And Hardwick throws the defender down and gets the foul. Wow. It has been physical and ragged, and Kevin Walsh wants the timeout.
He wants to talk to the official, and the official's not going to talk to him, I don't think. That's the same official that, had some words with coaches last night. So.
We were watching all that. I'm sure Joel got that. He came over, near side official came and told Kevin he has a warning.
He's done.
And so Kevin's going to have to pay attention to how he communicates with the officials. And listen, again, Hilton and Hardwick were battling up that sideline, and Hardwick's so much bigger and stronger that if he extends that arm at all, that man's going to go flinging back, and that's what happened to Hilton, and Hardwick got the foul.
The only issue with that is slightly before that, Cam Hilton not only got his body on him, turned his back shoulder into him and blocked him.
Well, that's
it wasn't just reaching
so
in. He was
physicality going on.
He literally turned his back and put his shoulder into him, and there was no call. And then Hardwick kind of put the hand on his hip and pushed him away.
First foul on Hardwick. Hilton for 3. Rim no. Rebound is pulled down by Baker. Boy, he had to battle for that one. And Baker will bring it on the left-handed dribble into the front court. Here comes the double team. Steps through it, gets it to Hardwick down low.
Nice.
Another great pass. The layup no good, but a foul. Hilton fouled him over the back, and a terrific entry pass by Hardwick. That young man can find the open receiver.
He certainly does, and his passes are crisp, and he's just ripping the ball.
No assist because Miller didn't convert, but boy, was that a terrific pass, and Miller goes to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And it's off the side of the rim. Vianney hasn't scored yet in this half. 28-27. They lead by 1. It's not exactly like Webster's tearing it up. They have 4 this quarter. And Miller got that one. First point of the third quarter for Vianney and for Miller. He has 5 points in the game. Cam Hilton will go out. Chris Gordon will check back in.
Same thing.
A little bit bigger lineup.
I was going to say Webster goes a lot bigger, actually, with Harris, Floresca, and Gordon in the game with Ramey and Craig.
Well, and Ramey is 5 inches taller than Leland Bradford, the guy he's replaced. Craig for 3.
Oh, there we go.
Sam Craig finally gets off the schneid for this tournament and buries the triple.
Yeah, that's what he's capable of doing. He's a very streaky shooter as well. We'll have to see if that bodes well for him going forward.
Webster by 1. Hardwick into the block to Gordon. Back out for Hardwick. He wants 3, and there's the answer. Jordan Hardwick has a pair of triples tonight, and Vianney regains the lead. Inside-outside game that time was perfect for the Golden Griffins.
Gordon on Gordon on the defensive end for Vianney.
Hardwick had 1 3-pointer on the season before tonight.
2 in a row.
2 tonight.
Yes, sir.
And Craig with a little bit of a heat check.
Yep.
And he's buried 2 in a row, and Jay Blossom wants a timeout. And now the Webster team leads by 1.
That's an interesting timeout. You got Sam Craig hot, just hit 2 3-pointers in a row, and your coach calls a timeout.
Something about defense, no doubt.
Yeah, well, I guess. They got the lead back, though. 33-32 is the score. 4:24 left to go in the third quarter. It's a good game here. Seesawing back and forth between Vianney and again. Webster Groves looking across the court. Josh Martin, head coach of the Hazelwood Central Hawks, taking it all in here. He'll probably head in about 3, 4, 5 minutes and get his squad ready for the number 1 team in the state, Springfield Kickapoo, coming up semifinal number 2.
I'll tell you, Kevin, we were talking about the strength of the field, but that's because of the strength of the coaching. There's some dynamic,
absolutely,
and really talented coaches in this tournament.
And I've said that before. You know, if I wasn't announcing this game, I would probably pay admission just to see Jay Blossom and Kevin Walsh coach against each other, which is what we have right now.
11 3-pointers on the season now for Craig with the 2 tonight. Into the front court, Coletta, and he throws it away.
Pass. Bad pass.
Daniels with the steal for Webster. They lead by 1, 33-32. Outscored Vianney 10-4 in this quarter.
3 in a row. He wants it.
Ramey wants a pick. Dribbles to the wing, all the way to the baseline. Back out for Daniels. Penetrates. Throws it right to Hardwick. Hardwick with the steal. Boy, has he been valuable, and he gets fouled in the open court by Daniels.
Daniels, yeah.
That Jordan Hardwick is everywhere.
He is. He's tenacious on both ends of the court.
Sometimes a guy like him who's a football guy, and like Cam Hilton we've mentioned, they might be good basketball players. Well, here's a long pass by him to a wide-open Miller. Spin move, jump up, good!
Oh.
What a pass by Hardwick, and a terrific finish by Miller, and we're tied. Nope, Vianney by 1.
Jack, help her! Get off!
Craig is feeling it. You can tell every time he touches that ball, he's looking to hit the 3.
Ramey in traffic knocks down a tough shot.
That's a nice runner by the freshman.
He has 7. Webster by 1. Coletta wants to attack. Has it knocked out of his hands. Hardwick for 3. Rim no. Offensive rebound. Gordon gets bothered. Loose ball and picked up by Hardwick. Who else? Baker looks inside. Here comes the double team. Steps through it. Gets it to Miller.
Open look.
Coletta for 3. Pinball's out. Floresca with a tough rebound in traffic for Webster. Ramey pushes the pace into the front court. Stops along 2. Rim no. Rebound. Cartier Gordon took it away from Chris
Wait
Gordon.
for a guard, son. Wait for a guard,
bring
son.
It into the front court.
Wait for a guard, son.
And a block against Webster Groves. Daniels. He was just out of control, though. He's got to give that ball up.
He gets it in his mind that he's going to go coast to coast, and
he's seen too many Kobe videos.
You're either going to foul him or he's going to turn it over. One of the two.
Too many videos of Kobe going 94.
The freshman leaning on the University of San Diego product out there. Floresca is going to check out now.
Hilton back
Cartier
in.
Gordon looks a little gassed, too. He's breathing pretty heavy. His big brother comes in to lean on him. Yeah, well, that's true.
That's a long way.
Big brother leaning on him now. Oh, there's the lob pass. That's a good one.
To him. Gordon, bucket and a bruise. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's a freshman, folks.
Give the foul to Craig, his 3rd. Give the bucket to Gordon, his 1st. And it's a 1-point Vianney lead with Gordon to the free throw line. 6'7" freshman Cartier Gordon, and he makes the free throw.
I was just about to say that's something he doesn't do well is shoot free throws, 39%, but he got that one.
Vianney by 2, 37-35. Harris has got to do something aggressive. Dishes to Hilton, who makes the layup. Cam Hilton's first field goal of the second half, and we're tied at 37.
It's a good game, Harry. 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Hardwick on the left-handed dribble into the front court against Hilton. Baseball pass off a hand out of bounds. It was off of Harris. It'll stay with Vianney. Stephen Harris has got to assert himself in this game, Kevin. He's not even looking to shoot.
He's got 2 free throws in the game.
Webster has gone small. They alley-oop it inside.
Nice
Harris
steal
with the
by
steal.
Harris, though.
2-on-5 the other way. Bradford will spin it out for Craig for 3. Nope, off the front of the rim. Rebound Hardwick. I'm telling you, Hardwick is the most important player in this game.
He's kept him in it.
Hands it off. This is Coletta penetrating. Teardrop. Oh! Zach Coletta's first field goal of the night, and it's a 2-point Vianney lead. Fadeaway jumper, Hilton. Back rim, no. Cartier Gordon with the rebound. Brother all over him. Back up, Chris. You're going to get a foul.
Oh, that's
and now
a
he
push.
pushes off.
That's
goes
behind
the
the
back.
He's not stopping.
Spin move.
He is not
and
stopping.
Lays it
He's
up
not
and missed
stopping.
it. Got the offensive rebound, lost it to Bradford, and now commits the foul. That was entertaining. It was entertaining.
Number 3 on him, though.
You gotta get down the court.
It was very entertaining. Nobody was taking it out of the young man's hands. He'll get a rest with that third foul.
Great job.
And you hear Kevin Walsh, that's a great job. That's what he wants from his freshman. He gets a little out of control maybe, but, brings excitement.
Nick Thomas back in with his 3 fouls. Actually, with his 4 fouls.
Hey, two.
Vianney by 2. Minute and a half to go in the third.
Dribble drive right baseline. Harris floater, no, but a foul. And that's what Stephen Harris has got to do. Go attack. And the foul was on Range, who's just checked back in. He has 3 fouls. Both these teams really racking up fouls. And the depth of Webster may pay off in this war of attrition. Harris, free throw. Good.
His only points of the night have come from the free throw line.
But, Kevin, that time attacking, making something happen, very, very important. On his way to Austin Peay to pay for Dave Luce, the coach that used to coach at Oakville High School many years ago.
Let's go, P.
From the Ohio Valley Conference. Thomas into the front court. Boy, he pushes up every time. And you can hear the Webster fans going crazy, but he does. Thomas pushes up every single time.
You can almost hear Jay Blossom's blood pressure right now.
Hardwick looks, dishes left wing. Baker picks up his dribble. 1 minute to go in the third quarter, and a pass stolen away by Chris Gordon. He'll give it up. Ahead to Floresca. 1 dribble and got fouled and saved himself. Almost landed in the bleachers, but he was able to put on the brakes. And I think it's on Range.
Now it's on Thomas.
Oh, no.
Let's check it. Yeah, that's 4 on Nick
I
Thomas.
thought he already had 4, so that's good news for Vianney. Floresca will shoot a couple.
I do have to say, Cartier Gordon is hard to see around.
He's at the scorer's table.
Kid could block out the sun, man.
Floresca misses the free throw. Thomas and Range go out.
Cartier!
And now so does Miller. Cartier, Gordon in. Cruz in. In a tie ball game, 39-all.
This gets interesting, too, because Kevin Walsh just told Cartier Gordon he's got 0-0, so he's going to be against Floresca for the rest of the half. And Gordon already with 3 fouls.
Floresca made 1 of 2. He has 3 points in the game. The Webster squad leads by 1 with 52 seconds to go in the half. Baker into the corner. Will they hold for the last shot? Gordon puts it on the deck, guarded by Floresca. Looks like he wants to try to take the big guy. Goes behind the back. Oh, they're going to call.
It's going to be number 3.
Floresca for the foul. Wow. That was marginal.
At best.
Third foul on Floresca. He has 3. Bradford has 3. Chris Gordon has 3. 3 on Craig. That's Webster. For Vianney, Thomas 4. Coletta 3. Cartier Gordon with 3. And 3 on Lewis Range. And Cartier will go to the free throw line. 38 seconds to go in the third quarter.
If you're Webster Groves, you don't mind this. Cartier, a 39% free throw shooter. Granted, Floresca picked up his 3rd, but...
And Gordon makes the free throw.
We're tied.
He has 4, and both teams have 40. Range will check in for Gordon if he makes the free throw. And he does.
Look at that. Now we'll see if Webster wants to play for the last shot, down by 1.
They've had the ball at the end of each quarter. This will be the 3rd time, and they've held for that last shot and haven't gotten off good ones. Vianney throws a zone at him here in the final few moments of the third quarter. Webster down by 1.
Ramey looks like he and Webster will play for the last shot here.
Jay Blossom just standing there talking to Cam Hilton along the side.
Hilton's barely even on the court. Now he's going to come out and talk to Ramey.
14 seconds to go. Webster wants to get one shot here and make it a meaningful one. Now with 8, and they throw it away.
Nope.
Loose ball out of bounds belongs, to Webster. With 5 seconds to go. Got bailed out a little bit there. They were malfunctioning. And they got 5 seconds to get a good shot off. No Floresca. Harris is out there. Looking for cutters. Craig head and shoulder fake. Triple bang. Oh! Sam Craig with 3 threes in the third quarter. Gives Webster a 2-point lead, 43-41.
That's a way to finish a quarter. And Sam Craig, as you mentioned, 3 triples in the quarter. Has his first points of the tournament. They are big ones there at the end of the third quarter.
How about Sam Craig coming back from the dead, figuratively? No points in this entire tournament and struggling offensively for the season, averaging just 3 points a game. 3 bombs in that third quarter.
Yeah, Vianney outscored in the quarter 20-11, I believe, by my count. Something like that. No, 13. I was close. 20-13. Webster wins the quarter, if you will.
And Kevin, I just continue to assert that Stephen Harris got to make himself part of the Webster offense.
I agree. You know, his only points of the night, obviously, have come from the free throw line, but the same could be said for Floresca. 3 points, all of them from the foul line as well, and Floresca's got 3 fouls. So has really not been a factor in this game, and Webster really needs him to if they want to pull away here from Vianney. You would think that's a big advantage that they have, but so far he has not been able to exert himself in this game.
Tremendously entertaining basketball game. Webster by 2, 43-41, 8 minutes to go. This is the first of 2 games we have for you on this Coaches versus Cancer Holiday Tournament from Merrimack Community College in suburban St. Louis. Springfield Kickapoo takes on Hazelwood Central in the second semifinal. Vianney down by 2. They start the fourth quarter with the basketball. Coletta between the circles for Baker, left side Hardwick. Man-to-man Webster defense. Hardwick gets to the top of the key, backs the man down. Backdoor cut, stolen away Floresca. Ahead for Bradford. Into the open court. Now he waits for reinforcements. Sam Craig looks for the 3, passes it to Bradford. Good move, penetrates, head and shoulder fake, 14-footer, rolls not in, rebound Coletta. Zach Coletta crossover move at the line and dishes it off of a hand and stolen by Bradford.
Look at that.
Behind the back, he saved it to Craig. We've played 45 seconds. No score in this quarter. Webster continues to lead by 2, 43-41.
Slow down.
And Cartier Gordon just flung Alex Floresca to the ground.
That's number 4, I believe, on Cartier. It is.
2 things happened there. He extended his hand, and Floresca's momentum was also going that direction, and that added up to something bad for the freshman Cartier Gordon. 4th foul on him. They have 2 players with 4 fouls now. Floresca to the free throw line. Their leading scorer, 12.4 points a game, has just 3 in this one, and now he has 4. Not a field goal tonight from their 2 leading scorers, Alex Floresca and Stephen Harris.
They're both well below their season average, obviously. A lot of basketball left to be played, though.
Made the free throw. Somebody jumped in earlier. I think it was Hilton.
Lane violation against
I think
Webster.
Hilton went flying in behind the line there before it hit. Take a point away from Floresca and the Statesman.
Let's go!
Backcourt pressure by Webster. Coletta breaks it on the dribble into the front court. Now slows to wait for reinforcements to Hardwick. Open for 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Hardwick is just a stud. 3 triples for him.
Tied it back up at 44. This is a great game.
Keep him over there, Jordan, right there. That's
Hilton between the circles for Harris. In a tie game with 6:42 to go. Hilton wants the 17-footer. Pinball's out. Floresca over the back, got a rebound. Jump hook, too strong. Rebound, fought for, pulled down by Danny Baker of Vianney.
Chance for the lead again.
Hardwick will be patient with it. Gets to the paint. Left wing. Coletta, left corner. Baker airmails it over the top. Rebound Miller in traffic. Jump hook. The lefty missed it. Floresca with the rebound. Then it's stolen by Baker, and the reverse layup is no good. Partially blocked by Floresca.
Yeah, he altered that shot. Good offense, or good, tenaciousness on the offensive glass by Vianney, but they come up empty on that possession.
I'm telling you, great action in this basketball game. Hilton looks at the three, gives it to Harris. And a whistle and a foul. Away from the play, going to be against Vianney, and I think it's Miller. It is on Nick Miller. And his third. And shooting the 1-and-1 will be Floresca. Well, shooting 2 as they're in the double bonus.
They are in the double bonus now. Actually, no, they're not. Yeah, they are.
So Floresca will shoot a couple. A 56% free throw shooter on his way to UC San Diego. Alex Floresca missed it.
Step back!
Ramey will check in. Bradford out. They get a chance to go defense for offense related to fouls. As Bradford plays with 3, Ramey foul-less. The next one for Floresca is good. He has 2 in the quarter, 5 in the game. They lead by 1, 45-44. Anybody's basketball game, but fouls are going to play a big part of determining who wins this game. Cruz dogged by Ramey. Passes it on the left wing, but heading to the rack was Coletta, so the ball was behind him and went out of bounds.
You got to get a little closer when he's got the ball. Get a little closer when he has the ball. Yeah. When he has the ball.
And Courtney Ramey will walk it out after a little conversation with Sam Craig. Sam might be saying, I'm kind of hot.
Yeah. I've got 3
if you can
in the
give
quarter.
it to me.
Yeah.
Here's Harris penetrating in traffic, got fouled, but he traveled, and the ball will go over. Yeah, he traveled before he got up in the air and got fouled.
Like he might have gotten fouled on the drive before he was in the air.
Sluggish start to this fourth quarter.
That's what Jay Blossom thought anyway. Yeah, it is like we've had that. Everything except the second quarter, we've really had a slow start. We just need to play 32 minutes straight, and we'll have some good basketball. No breaks.
5:13 to go.
No one gets to come off the floor.
Down to the post they go. Baker, head and shoulder fake. And the basket. Give Baker the bucket. The foul on Floresca, his 4th. And who else? Jordan Hardwick with a spectacular pass.
Danny Baker, the and one situation here. His team up by 1.
Does he play in football anyway? That's what I want to know. Unbelievable court awareness by Jordan Hardwick. Baker to the free throw line and misses the free throw, and Chris Gordon with a great block out gets the rebound. Remains a 1-point Vianney lead. Baker's first field goal in a while. Didn't score in the third quarter. Has 10 points in the game. Hilton gets knocked down. Ramey for 3. Airmail. And Chris Gordon with the loose ball rebound and the reverse layup. First field goal tonight for the junior, Chris Gordon.
Webster up by 1.
Yeah, they lead it by 1.
What a great game.
Hardwick crossover dribble across the timeline. He and Hilton have been tied up a lot tonight. Passes it right side, Coletta. Miller in the near corner. Oh, and he runs over the defender and gets the foul. Miller picks up foul number 4. Great defensive awareness by Harris. Steven hasn't done anything offensively, but he's had a couple of steals and he's drawn a couple of fouls.
Cartier Gordon's going to come back into the game with his 4 fouls. Nick Miller is going to sit down, but you would imagine not for long with 4.5 minutes left to go in a 1-point game.
Webster by 1. They have the game. 4:20 to go.
Stay there, Eric.
At stake, a berth in the championship of the Coaches versus Cancer tournament. And Harris volleyballs his own shot into the net.
First field goal for him on the night. 3-point lead for Webster.
Let's go.
Coletta burst by Ramey. Ahead for Cartier Gordon.
Oh!
Good enough foul. In traffic, Cartier showed why they're so high on him. Boy, he went strong to the hole.
Fouled by big brother Chris, number 4 on him.
He has 4. Floresca has 4. Bradford 3. Craig 3 for Webster. On the Vianney side, 3 for Coletta, 4 for Gordon, 4 for Miller, 4 for Thomas. And Gordon made another free throw.
Wow. And we're tied. Wow.
Vianney wants a timeout. And how about Cartier Gordon? You mentioned the stats, 39% on the season, but he has been bloodthirsty at the line tonight.
He certainly has. He's shot. Listen to me. He shot a lot better than 39% from the free throw line here tonight, and has played a lot of this game in foul trouble. Playing out there with 4 right now, and doing a great job for them, and got him back to even halfway through the fourth quarter here.
He's made 4 free throws. He has 8 points in the game. They were all tied at 49. And Kevin, this game was very sluggish. It was 10-6 or something like that at the end of the first quarter. And these two teams have just been at it all night long.
They really have.
It's just been a fight.
Canceled each other out, early in this game, and now they're starting to find their flow. And it's been a great game between the number 4 seed Vianney, number 1 seed Webster Groves, and a lot to be decided here in the final 3:55.
Two-time defending champ Hazelwood Central up next against the number 1 team in the state, Springfield Kickapoo. If you're joining us from the Springfield area, Kevin, how could they tweet you or something?
Oh, it's at Prep Sports Show on Twitter. Obviously you're visiting our website right now. There's ways to reach out on the website. You can email us. There's a contact us link there on the website as well. And if you're just tuning in, obviously we are running a little bit late. This is the first semifinal. We were supposed to tip in the second one about 15 minutes ago. So as you can see, about 4 minutes left to go in this first semifinal between Webster Groves and Vianney.
All tied up at 49, and a turnover by Webster Groves, and Vianney gets the ball back.
Floresca back into the game with his 4 fouls. Crunch time for both teams in a tie game. Long pass.
Cruz drives, turned it over. Oh, they can't believe they didn't call the travel.
Right.
But he throws it away, and the ball goes over to Webster. Wow. The relentless defensive pressure puts everybody on, off kilter just a bit.
No, Jordan. Don't fight it, Jordan. Don't fight it. Step up.
Facing that 2-3 zone again now is Webster Groves. 3:28 to go. Tie game, and a timeout by Jay Blossom. Jay was unhappy with the way his offense was set up, and with 3:27 to go, still of a tie game, and it's a full timeout for Jay Blossom and the Webster Groves Statesman. Here in the St. Louis area, you need insurance help? Give our friend Doug Rupp from State Farm Insurance a call. 314-894-6000. Doug is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports, has been for a long, long time, and a terrific insurance agent. Also, obviously, State Farm, just the industry leader in that arena, and I can vouch for Doug Rupp's credibility, his honesty, takes care of my family, takes care of my sister's house, my dad's house, our cars. The young man knows what he's doing. Doug Rupp, State Farm, 314-894-6000, or you can go to his website by clicking on the Prep Sports Showcase website. You'll see that State Farm logo. You can click on that and go right to Doug. You can get a quote on insurance. He'll take a look at your finances if you need some help with your investments. It's Doug Rupp, State Farm, 314-894-6000.
Wow. I'm not sure a lot of people would have guessed that this game would have been quite this close. Webster Groves, their only losses came in the City of Palms tournament, or showcase, I guess you could say, down in Florida. And Vianney has really given them everything that they could handle so far. Nothing decided here with 3:27 left to go in the game. Tied at 49.
Craig for 3, and he got another one. Was it a 3 or a 2? Apparently it was a 2.
Gave him a 2 on that one.
Sam Craig has exploded in this second half with 11 points, all after intermission, and Webster leads by 2. In trouble, and a ball deflected. It's loose, and a timeout coming by Webster.
By Cam Hilton, and that's a good call by him. Good heads-up play.
3 Webster Grove Statesmen in the backcourt fighting with 2 Vianney Golden Griffins for the ball. And Webster got the ball and the timeout. And I don't know how many timeouts Webster has left. The timekeeper wants to get a hold of.
That's what the table is trying to straighten out with them, is whether how many timeouts they have and whether they are full or 30-second timeouts. So they're going to sort through that right now. And Wow, 3:08 left to go, and this is just the appetizer, if you will. Hazelwood Central and Springfield Kickapoo coming up probably about 15 minutes after this one wraps up.
3:08 to go, Webster by 2, and they have the basketball. The game has been kind of tied, and now Webster for the first time has a chance to move it out beyond a 1 or a 2-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's big here because we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and the scoring has kind of slowed down a little bit in this game of late, kind of canceling each other out on the defensive end, and so a 2-possession game, obviously with 3:08, becomes a little bit of a factor here as we get down the stretch.
Webster breaks the huddle with Harris, Floresca, Bradford, and Craig and Hilton, the starting 5. Floresca plays with the 4 fouls. Penetrates, jump hook, no. He's off balance, and Hardwick with the loose ball rebound. Hardwick is out there with Coletta, Miller, Cruz, and Baker. Hilton had it, lost it. They tie each other up, and a jump. And who will get it on the alternating possession?
And it goes over to Webster Groves.
And again, that rabid dog Webster defense. I mean, they are just in the kitchen of the Vianney Golden Griffins. Another chance to extend that lead for Webster. They lead it by 2, 51-49. Jay Blossom and Kevin Walsh.
They're going to slow it down just a little bit here, spread it out, run some clock.
These 2 coaches are as animated as you will get. Hilton on the left wing. Man-to-man Vianney defense this time. Harris, crossover dribble. Passes to the wing to Bradford. Tiny puts it on the deck. Teardrop comes, and he gets fouled. The little lefty will shoot a couple. Who's the foul on? Very important. It's on Coletta, his 4th. They have 3 players with 4 fouls. One of those is Cartier Gordon, who gets ready to check in. He's at the scorer's table along with fellow freshman Courtney Ramey from Webster Groves. Bradford made the free throw.
Makes it a 3-point game.
Sam Craig goes out as Ramey checks in. Miller goes out for Cartier Gordon. Bradford's free throw. Missed it. Ooh, Floresca could have had an offensive
almost
rebounding foul.
Could have been his 5th foul.
Coletta just turns it over, races it down. In traffic against Bradford, skips it left side. Hardwick wants 2, missed it. Rebound belongs to Harris, who hands it to Bradford, and he'll slow it down. And now Webster with a 3-point lead has a chance to really, in this kind of game, have a big lead.
Yeah, under 2 minutes left, and again, Jay Blossom going to spread it out, run some time here.
He's got both of his point guards out there, Bradford and Ramsey. Ramey, right? Said it wrong. And they run a little weave out front. This is Courtney Ramey. With 100 seconds left in the game. Here comes the double team. Oh, and a foul by Hardwick.
Yeah, Hardwick was told to foul Ramey, and he puts him on the line. Ramey, a 65% free throw shooter, will try to make it a 2-possession game.
Courtney Ramey, 6'2" freshman guard. Told you he's had good box scores in the first 2 games of this tournament. And the young man averages 5 and makes the free throw. He has 8 tonight, and they lead by 4, 2-possession game for Webster Groves.
Zach, get downhill, Zach.
Big free throw here. Missed it. Rebound, Cartier Gordon. Coletta will race into the front court, give it to Gordon. Look out.
Here he
Cartier
goes.
wants to drive. No, he doesn't. He backs off. And now he picks up his dribble, and Kevin Walsh wants a timeout. Cartier had to do something different than that. And Kevin Walsh said, okay, we're in trouble here. This is too valuable of a possession.
Let's talk about this here with 1:23 left to go in the game. And Cartier Gordon looked at his coach and said, my bad. He was like, as soon as they called the timeout, he looked at his coach and said, my bad. Like, I know I shouldn't have picked up my dribble in that spot. And so they'll talk about it and have the ball with 1:23 left.
Down by 4. The Kickapoo Chiefs are standing across the way, getting ready to come into the game. They and the Hazelwood Central Hawks will be our nightcap tonight. If you're just joining us to watch that game, it'll be coming probably in about 20 minutes or more, as this one ends, and then they have warm-up time, but this one is far from over. 83 seconds to go and a 4-point Webster lead. Vianney with the ball, inbounding it right in front of us. Kevin's the good-looking one. Inbounds goes to Coletta, guarded by Bradford. Crossover dribble down the left side, knocked out of his hands by Tiny. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Vianney. 76 seconds to go.
Jay Blossom imploring his defense here. This would be a big stop if they can get it. Gordon checks out.
And Nick
Miller back in.
Coletta underneath the basket. Ooh, right to Hardwick. One dribble, power move, and a foul. That was kind of an anticipated foul. Really, the whistle came before there was any contact, if there was any, and Cam Hilton gets the foul.
Number 3 on him, so one of the few that's not in deep foul trouble right now for Webster Groves, with Floresca with 4, Gordon with 4. Hilton just picked up his 3rd. Bradford's got 3.
Hardwick will shoot a couple. Needs to make them, and makes the first one. He's done everything right tonight, hasn't he?
You know what? For a big guy, he's got nice touch on the ball. I mean, he's hit 3 3-pointers in the game.
10 points in the game for him. Now a 3-point deficit for the Golden Griffins. Jordan Hardwick, and he missed the second one. Just a 40% free throw shooter on the season, made 1 of 2. And now Webster will slow it down. Vianney's got to come foul. Ramey on the right side to Craig. They want to hold as long as Vianney will let them, and now finally Coletta fouls Bradford.
He just fouled out.
And Bradford will shoot a couple. Thomas will check back in with his 4 fouls.
I'm going to use my time.
So Bradford will go to free throw line, and Kevin Walsh will talk things over with his point guard about what he wants to see happen. It used to be 60 seconds. I think it still is, to get a player in. And Thomas was just going to check in. The official was like, okay, come on. He goes, oh, wait, I think I'll use my time.
Hey, it's exactly what he said. I'll use my time. And if I'm not mistaken, the official said 20 seconds this time. So they have shortened that a little bit. I did see the other night, one of the quarterfinals, the kid checked into the game, and then the coach wanted to use his time. He's like, we've already, the horn sounds. He's in the game. Your time's up.
Bradford makes the front end. They lead by 4. Big lead now with 1 minute to go, meaning big in this kind of a game. It's been so tight. Bradford 2 in the quarter, 9 in the game. He averages 7.8, and the next one by Tiny is good. And it's a 5-point lead. That's a big cushion right now with 60 seconds to go. Full court pressure coming by Webster.
Let's go downhill.
Get it into Thomas. They've got to get it into the front court behind the back dribble. Stolen by Bradford. He will attack.
Whoa.
By Hardwick. Hardwick wanted to foul, did, and really it almost looked aggressive, but really he was kind of holding Bradford up.
He was. It just, Bradford's just so much smaller than Hardwick. He looked like a blitzing linebacker who took him around the neck, but he was really just hanging on to his jersey, trying to hold him up, and it's good that the officials saw it that way as well.
Free throw good by Bradford. Making a living at the free throw line is Webster Groves. They lead by 6. Looking for win number 8 and a berth in the finals again. They lost in the finals a year ago to Hazelwood Central, and Bradford got them both. It's a 7-point game now with 54 seconds to go. Webster in good shape. Inbound comes to Thomas. Races into the front court all the way to the hoop. Missed the layup. Floresca with the rebound to Bradford. Stolen by Thomas. Gets it to Baker, and a whistle, and what? Timeout by Kevin Walsh. Well, Vianney was going down, but they weren't going down without a fight.
No,
they were getting after the rock. And a full
turn again. We've seen that a lot, where driving hard to the hoop and then just not able to slow the momentum enough to kiss that off the glass and get it in. We've seen quite a few blown layups here tonight.
A lot of times in a situation like that, you're expecting contact. And so you're bracing for the contact and not focusing on the shot. And so you end up missing the shot and nobody hits you. It's the worst of all worlds.
It makes you look really bad, too, because you blow the layup expecting someone's going to cream you on the way in. But, that's the right play there by Webster Groves. You're up 7, 45 seconds left to go in the game. Give them the layup. Don't get that and one situation. Or if you are going to foul them, make sure they don't get the shot off.
So with 43 seconds to go, Vianney needs a miracle down by 7, 57-50. Have to score a quick foul. And may hope Webster can miss some free throws. Same lineup for Webster Groves, Harris, Hilton, the point guards, Ramey and Bradford, and the big guy, Floresca. And boy, did he get a big rebound just a minute ago as well. Vianney looks, have to go to the backcourt, and that's bad. For time purposes. Thomas into the front court. To Hardwick between the circles. He'll jack the long three, and it's off the front rim. Tipped by Harris to Bradford, and that's the game. Really.
That might be it.
Bradford in the backcourt.
They got to catch him to foul him.
And he gets fouled by Baker. They finally did catch up with him. And for all of the fouls, Kevin Paulus, only Coletta is probably going to foul out of
Yeah,
this
that's actually Baker's first foul of the game with 28 seconds left.
Bradford back to the free throw line. Young man's going to end up with a high-scoring night because of all these free throws. Makes another.
6 in the quarter, all from the foul line. He's got 13 points on the night against a 7.8-point average.
And this may be a 9 or 10-point win for Webster, but it was not that kind of a game. Gordon comes across the timeline, baseballs it to Baker. Stops and shot blocked by Harris. Rebound, and now Vianney won't foul. That's going to be it. The final score is going to be 59-50. Webster's heading back to the finals of the Coaches versus Cancer Holiday Tournament. They're going to win it 59-50. The two coaches and teams will shake hands at the center of the court. We'll try to get a hold of Jay Blossom and talk things over with the victorious coach. But that, my friends, was an entertaining high school basketball game here at Merrimack Community College. In the end, I think the attrition war, the multiple players that Jay Blossom could bring off of his bench made the big difference, meaning they had more players, more depth to get after it there in the second half. So Vianney falls to 7-5. They'll play in the third place game tomorrow, scheduled for 5:15, and of course they'll play the loser of this game coming up. The semifinals on the way. Webster heads to the 7 o'clock championship game. Webster hasn't won this tournament, Kevin Paul, since 2004, but they are routinely over the history of this tournament, the Merrimack Holiday Tournament, that these two things have merged.